Gaffer, this weekend, Southend United at home. They haven't had the best of results of late, but they've acquitted themselves pretty well in League One this year.
Yeah, they're a good outfit, well-managed outfit, experienced camp. A lot of players in there who know what it takes. When you get into a rut in terms of your results, experienced lads are important. They know their way out of those situations. So I'm sure that they'll have knuckled down. I know there's a lot of talk about the way they reacted last weekend, and I'm sure they'll have used that moment to their advantage. And we're expecting a very determined display. But to be fair, we've faced determined displays at Sheffield United. We faced a determined display last weekend from a very good Preston side. And we don't underestimate anybody that we play. So we certainly don't underestimate the challenge that we come in at the weekend. Nobody knows them better than me. I played them 4 times last year. So they're a good outfit, and we're lucky that we've got a very good outfit here. A team that is filled with confidence, filled with focus and determination, with serious ambition about what we want from the rest of our season, and we're scoring goals against everybody that we play. So there's no fear in the game for us. We know that if we play to our level, we're more than capable of winning it, and winning it well. It's up to us to make sure we produce. Yeah,
you played them 4 times last season. You're obviously in the stands as well in the reverse fixture, obviously at Roots Hall. And on that day, obviously Southend came well with the points. But you were impressed with certain things you saw in that game, particularly from Connor. You mentioned impressed yourself.
Well, I think when I was getting to know this squad, I saw individual players produce some exceptional performances and exceptional moments. Connor, we've talked a lot about in recent weeks. We know about his pace, we know about his clinicality, we know about his movement, we know about his match preparation, we know the way he develops. He's developed as a player even in the time I've been here. So we've got some fantastic players. Connor gets all the focus because he's getting a lot of goals, but you look at people like Aaron, you look at people like Angol, you look at people like Forrester. Their contributions have been massive to this team. And the way the boys pass out from the back, the courage that the Baldwins show, the Santoses show to get on the ball, Michael up and down the right hand side, his athleticism, his drive, his deliveries. I think he's now got 5 assists, which have come more recently. So it's a team that is very determined to become the best it can be, and there's some cracking players in there.
Psychologically, turn of the year is can be important for teams. Some teams have a better second half to the season. Where do you stand on that in terms of now we're into the new year and we can see the finishing line? Well,
I think that there are definitely two aspects to a season. One is getting started, and one is getting finished. And the new year to me has always been the point where you kick for home. And we've seen us start the year. We look as though we're focused on kicking for home. We know that 3 or 4 months seems a long time, but it's over in a flash. Where are we? Midway through January already. It seemed like Christmas was just a week ago, but here we are, right in the middle of January, and before you know it, it's going to be the end of February, and the line is getting closer and closer, and we're focused on getting there as quick as we can.
Just a mention on Chris Forrester, because obviously he came from the League of Ireland, so played quite a number of games. He played full season, didn't he, in the League of Ireland? In terms of his physical, where we're at the moment, condition. You've got to be careful with him in terms of how many games he plays.
Well, I've been careful with him. I've sent him back home for a couple of breaks midweek. I've taken the load off of him in training here and there and there and here. I've tried to measure, where he's at. Talked to him a lot about how he's feeling, and I've tried to get the balance right. So he's a young boy. He's in good shape, and he's played a lot of football. But when you're young, you want to play a lot of football. So. I think we scaremonger a bit at the minute in football. All the top lads need to be in tip-top condition all the time. They only do a game a week. They can't do more than a game a week. I do understand that from a science point of view. I do understand it, but at the same time, when you're a young man and you're a fit young man, I think there are ways of producing consistent performance Saturday, Tuesday, and I think our lads want to find those ways.
And obviously midway through January, the window is obviously open at this moment in time, but as we sit here on Thursday, are you expecting nothing to happen ahead of Saturday?
No, I don't think anything happen ahead of Saturday. I think I'll be very surprised if something doesn't happen this month, if some things don't happen this month, because as much as I want to keep the team together, and as much as I'm sure the club would love to keep the team together, it's a club that promises, and I'm a manager who would certainly never stand in anybody's way. Every deal has to be right. The chairman was talking about in deals that have been there and deals that he's declined. and he's not going to stand in anyone's way, but neither is he going to let people take our players for nothing type thing. So I think you've got to get the balance right, but I do expect some of these lads will go. They're good enough to go much higher, and when they do, we'll all wish them very, very well. And it's up to the next man. Jermaine was going to go. Jermaine took a knock. Someone else has had to come in. Harry Buterman. He's come in. He's stepped up, and he's looking a hell of a player. So it's up to the next man to come in and replace whoever it is that departs.
And fitness-wise, ahead of this weekend, John Taylor missed last weekend. Michael Bostwick's on his way back. Those two got a chance for Saturday.
Yeah, but I think it's unlikely that they'll shake the team. They're both still at the late stages of their recovery and getting towards being fit. Players who've played in the last couple of games, I think, have earned the right to play again. And Tails played at Sheffield not last weekend, so he's probably closer to it than Boz. But there's no need to rush back injuries right now. There's the ability to turn around and go, we'll have an extra week. Players are in form, they're fit, they're looking good, the team's functioning. Let's keep you for a minute where we can give it a bolster at a certain moment in time. It might be a Saturday, Tuesday. We can bring one of those boys back in. So at the moment, they're there. They're ready to play their part as and when and if needed. But we've got plenty of strength that's performing for us on the pitch.
And just finally, I know it's not the forefront of anyone's agenda at the football club at the moment, but the FA Cup draw gave us an option of which teams to face, Bristol City or West Brom, in terms of their replay next week, and whether it's going to be a tricky game.
Listen, I agree with you. It's not at the forefront of my mind. We don't even know what the tie is, so let's work out what the tie is and then talk about it.